It's 6:44. I'm calling the FBI. I think her name was Theresa the other day that gave me this number. I want you guys to see what I've been going through, and I have been on it. I have this hours and hours. I'm not one to live in the tent and be outside on the streets. If you don't know me, you don't know me. But I have been on it trying to take care of my business for years, and the government is sabotaging, committing crimes to violate my civil rights in an extreme that I have never seen another citizen or heard of a citizen being violated of their rights to the degree to where they even deny me purchase of food and water. I've never heard of that. And my civil right to go to court. So I want you guys to see, I did ask that worker, Theresa, where could I go? Because my rights have been violated for years. And I wanted to go in person. She did not want me to go in person. She wrote down this number. You see how they are so adamant about me calling numbers? All these locations are fully aware that I'm speaking to their scammers that have defrauded me out of money. But some kind of way we can't resolve that solution. We can't get a resolution to that, which, jeopardizes my life. To enforce people, criminals that have been sabotaging my life to control my phone. That keeps falling through the cracks for years. And they still want to make sure, and they're adamant about me calling more numbers. I asked them for addresses. I asked them to get placed. All they want to do is bully me. Call this number. Because they know it's terrifying. When you know you're talking to scammers that are abusive, and then I'm telling them repeatedly over and over, they're fully aware. It's torture. They know that these are scammers I'm speaking with. That's why they want me to call the number to be in the same situation I've been in for years with no resolutions. So I'm calling the FBI.
This is not a 911 service for taking emergency calls. For emergencies, please call 911. Calling the FBI.
Do you help with getting in witness protection? Do you help with getting in witness protection? Do you help getting in witness protection?
I'm sorry, may I please get the spelling of both your first?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to know, because this is a complaint line. Do you help with getting in witness protection?
So, you've reached the National Operations Center with the FBI, okay?
So you don't want me to know if you help with witness protection?
Ma'am, we handle complaints about national security, okay? Would you like to provide the spelling of your first and your last name?
Okay, so on the complaint, I hit enter to hit a complaint, do a complaint.
Would you like to provide the spelling of both your first and your last name?
I enter to do a complaint. Did I get connected to the right line?
I'm ending this call for non-cooperation. Have a good day.
The FBI ended the call because I asked them if I was tried to get clarity on what line. Years of this. I just want you guys to see. And terrorized for my life and afraid. I will get this calling all over the United States. This is criminal, and it's been ignored for years. Before COVID. Calling back.
Please. How may I direct your call?
What did I call?
The Dallas FBI. How may I help you?
Can I do a complaint on this line?
No, ma'am. If you would like to make up a complaint, I can send you over to the intake center, and they can be able to take your information and create a report for you.
Okay, good, because I hit the complaint line. Okay, well, good. If you can send me over so I can do a complaint would be nice. Thank you.
Sure thing. So when I send you over, you're going to hear a list of options. Choose option 6, and that will route you to the operator.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Sending you now.
Thank you.
For calling the FBI. May I have your name, please?
Did I want to make sure I reach the right line? I can do a complaint on this line?
Yes, you can do a complaint on this line. May I have your name, please?
Yes, ma'am, I have to let you know something real quick. I have had operators be really abusive and try to cover for crimes to the degree to where they have inputted in the system upon my call to tell me that I no longer can call the FBI to report tips, even if they're new. And this has been going on years, ma'am. Are you approving?
What is your name?
Oh, you're condoning that kind of behavior, ma'am? That's why I'm doing a complaint.
What is your name?
I just want you to...
What is your name?
I don't know why everywhere I call, they're covering for crimes,
Hey,
ma'am.
ma'am, if you've been told you're no longer allowed to call the FBI, thank you for calling.
That's tampering with evidence, ma'am. Ma'am, that you can't deprive someone of doing reports and reporting crimes as they've done years. Third call. These are scammers. So imagine if someone is begging for their life and could not get law enforcement, could not get out of a tent, getting tortured, schemes, multitude of parties, scheming to violate you, stealing from you, threatening you, getting put out of hotel, the government acting, behaving like they have completely lost their mind, under the radar, undetected, because people did not know that what they were doing to torture me. Then when I say there are people are pretending to be other people on my phone, it's obvious mentally illness, because the government's not that sick. They can't be. The government can't be that sick. So let's put her in a hospital, because reporting the government's crimes is obviously, it's mentally ill. But I've addressed this before. If reporting the government's crimes makes you sound mentally ill, is it just a problem for me, or is it a problem for everyone? When reporting what the government does makes you sound mentally ill, who all does that endanger? Let me try to call again for the third time.
May I direct your call?
Yes, can I do a complaint on this line?
I'm just an operator. Unfortunately, I cannot take your complaint. Let me send you over to our intake center.
Okay, I'm sorry. What do you do? What do you do on this line?
I'm just the operator. I can only send you where is best to assist you.
Okay, so I've been calling the FBI for a long time, getting violated and sabotaged the reports. So now calling the FBI, you're just the operator and you have to forward me to another location?
Correct. I have to forward you over to our intake center. That is where all our reports are being made.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Sure thing. So when I send you over, you're going to hear a list of options. Choose option 6, and that will be your...
So here's the thing. This is the third time, but I've been doing this years. Years. I just want you to see the extreme the government has taken to leave me in jeopardy and torture me in the process. These environments, they have an extreme amount of emotional abuse and psychological abuse. Mistreating me and gaslighting me and blaming me for their bad behavior, as well as a multitude of people. Interrupting conversations with other people as well. Keeping me isolated.
You don't have to provide your name or other personal information. However, the lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate.
To the extreme of putting me in isolation in jail and having inmates guard me and keep me isolated.
To report a tip on an FBI case.
So when the inmate assaulted me, I tried to do a complaint and put in my report what happened. They controlled my complaint. They wouldn't let me put that the inmate tried to keep me isolated and wouldn't let me talk about my false arrest. They said I couldn't put that in my report. And it never was investigated. No one ever called me about being assaulted by an inmate that was guarding me in jail. Controlling what I talked about. And controlling who I talked to. I'm sorry, what was your name?
I didn't give it. My ID number is 59021.
Oh, okay. Yes, is this I can do a complaint on this line?
What is it you're trying to complain about?
Oh, it's a control complaint? It has to be controlled what the complaint is regarding? Is that the policy?
Well, it may not be that this is the appropriate avenue to submit it, depending on what it is.
Oh, okay. So certain complaints.
Is that what the kind of complaint is?
I'm just trying to figure out. So the complaints are controlled, and it's only a certain amount of complaints you take. Being mistreated, being mistreated on the complaint line, being mistreated on the complaint line, and parties that I call, preventing my reports, and to the degree to where they tell me, try to make me think I can't report tips, how I get terrorized daily. They don't want me reporting new evidence. I thought that was a felony, tampering with evidence that a multitude of operators would do. They're trying to convince me that I can't make complaints anymore.
What is your name, man?
It's Kiana, Keyyana. I'm telling you how to spell it, and you said this is would be a part of the harassment scheme I've experienced for years. It's to torture. I was spelling my name, and you asked me how to spell it.
Okay.
This is like a torture campaign. I'm sorry. It's just something because I get tortured on my phone, and you would have to see it to believe it. There are ways to torture someone and get away with it. In harassment torture campaign. I'll tell you again because I was spelling it for you, and you interrupted me and said spell it. So my name is spelled Keyyana, last name Clark, Clark.
Okay, and what's your date of birth, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Well, you have been already advised to stop calling the FBI. So
I don't know. That's tampered
with.
with evidence because they just told me, Ashley told me with the DOJ to call. And how can you?
have already been advised to stop calling the FBI. This call is being terminated.
They have even done sicker things. This is a felony crime. To enforce that a party not give tips. To consistently give criminal trespasses when that individual is reporting crimes. This is clear-cut felonies and violations of civil rights that have been getting ignored years. To the degree of the government bullying me, violating me, and other parties to keep me on the streets, trapped in their abuse and torture. Under the radar. Now they have got so corrupt, they don't even like me smiling, getting out, dressing up, being a better individual, that they have concocted a scheme with my job. She already called, interrupted me reporting my abuser. And at CPS, calling on my day off, trying to force me to work like she was mentally ill. That's not how this job, these are clear-cut, inappropriate things that this supervisor was doing. You don't call, this job does not permit people, the supervisors, to call a party on their day off and try to force them to work. In addition to that, trying to force meetings on their break for weeks. This is a video diary. This has been going on years. This is not new to me. I just want you guys to see how psychotic the government is behaving before COVID.